So action, apart from it being centered on elephants and it being a film for animals, it also has action, as we've seen in the trailer
Of course.
and the glimpses that have come out. Also, your films tend to have a lot of humor in them.
I can't help it. If I try to be serious, it gets more funny. I have to be very careful.
Okay.
No, but I think that's the joy. Look, I'm here to create joy.
Mm-hmm.
I have a different goal than some filmmakers that want to be very cool and very dark. And I think, they can go get the coolest dark clothing and make scary movies. I think the harder thing is that I see a hero potential in everybody. Every man and woman, especially for the love of another, can rise to heroics. So I try to find the joy and the fun in that. And there's nothing more fun. There's something difficult about somebody who's so skilled as he is physically. I have to find what's vulnerable. Where does he break it? Where can we break a human moment with him?
Right.
And we found it with the animals and with the kids and the family story. That's an important part of this film. So I get bored. I like all of those things that I find to be joyful in life in an adventure film.
You were truly an Indian director right from the beginning.
I think Mask was inspired. I was jealous of Indian films.
Oh, really?
Because in the West you can't do like random singing and dancing. I'm like, how are these directors going to just have, for the hell of it, music starts and everybody suddenly is going for it. And in the West, the producers looked at me. In fact, in The Mask, this is a very true story, the first time I showed them the cuts, the head bosses flipped out. They wanted to cut all the singing and dancing out of The Mask.
Oh.
Really? It was a showdown, man. You can ask Frank Darabont, he was sitting there with me. I didn't lose my temper, it shocked me, but I said, okay, I get one screening, and then you can do whatever you want. We'll take it all out. And the number one thing they liked was the singing and dancing. So the Cuban Pete number, things like that, do have an association with Indian cinema. And we do get our dances in, finally, in this film.
Well, then it's great that we have you here finally.
Oh, I'm really glad to be here.
Vidyut, we already know that you go through a lot of physical training for the roles that you do. For this, what kind of extra training that you did, especially physically or being out there? Not training, but bonding with the elements that are there.
See, the most important thing and the different thing for me in this movie was I had to untrain myself a lot.
Oh, really?
A lot, for sure. Because, like Chuck said, so with Chuck, the way he works is he doesn't have a script. He has it in his head, but he meets you, then he starts working around every character. He's done it with the leading ladies also. He's done it with the elephant also. He looks at him, he's like, I think he should come from here. So he's got a perspective on it.
Can I get you another cup?
No, I'm fine.
And then whatever I have watched when I was growing up is that I've watched, but when I experienced it with him, I was like, I have to unlearn. I have to stop thinking that, oh yes, I will jump from this cliff and reach over there. It's not important. How do I feel emotional about doing it? That was a new change.
Yeah, I got to say, I haven't seen him in a while, and we had so much fun.
Yes.
Because when he got it, because I come from comedy improv and theater, and when he got it, he was like leading the class. The other actors in our rehearsals were like, Vid would say, now we have to try something new with our intentions. And off he was going. It was between that and him saying, Chuck, look at this, and look across the room, and there would be a person running at him. Then he would flip and throw to the ground. I'd like, please, give me warning, so I know it.
So another thing, the first thing was I had to really unlearn a lot. And with Chuck, the good thing is he's very sharp. Like the way he's chirpy, cute, smiley all the time. He's very sharp. He knows everything that's happening over here.
Well, you don't reach this.
Not with you. That problem is not with you.
He's like constantly happy because he's so aware of people. So if I'm having a conversation with somebody, he will come to me and he'll like, Vidyut, this is how you have to do that scene. This is how you have to be.
It's true.
Don't act. So he catches people. He caught the girls and he's like, no, don't act. Just do this.
No posing.
I watched you. Yes. So that's quite a lot of unlearning for us. Very cool. Different way of teaching with love. You can teach people with like, this is how you do it, and the other way is you should just say, I think this will really make you look cool. That's how he's going.
It was a great team. It was very playful. I tried to make the rehearsals fun. I said, believe it or not, it sounds like a chore, but it's going to be a good time.
Right.
And Vidyut.
No, the real elephants were easier working with because he used to make us act like, go next to the light. That's the elephant. That's your bola with you. Go and say hello to him. It's weird. I'm saying. Bola is the chair.
I had you doing it with chairs. I had to do it with chairs. And he went for it, man. He really did. Can I add something? Because it's a real honor to tell an Indian story, you know, and it's really exciting for me to be outside of the classic Hollywood structure,
Right.
and get to know the artists here and people like Vidyut and our whole team, and to tell a really Hindi story. Because the whole elephant thing, for me, is in the DNA here.
Right.
So it's a number one. It's a Hindi movie. People say, "Oh, Hollywood, Bollywood." First of all, I'm from a farm in the middle of America. You know, I work in LA,
Okay.
but I'm really excited that in social media, it seems like the Indian people are responding to a story about returning to the jungle,
Right.
returning to an empathy
Yeah.
for the elephants, and letting our celebration of Indian life work. So
Yeah.
I'm not trying to put myself in the middle of that. I'm trying to be the ringmaster and bring Vidyut and our team.
No, he's one of the most secure people. I'm not saying directors. One of the most secure beings I've been with.
Thank you very much.
I think he's seen the whole lot of success.
Yes.
He's enjoyed people, and he's enjoying what he's doing, and you can see it in his movies.
Yeah.
When you watch Junglee, like people ask me, "Oh, it's Chuck Russell. It must be so different." I'm like, "Yes, it's so different that it caters to everybody."
Yeah.
He's not trying to say, "Oh, I'm so cool. I've come from LA. I'm gonna kill
No,
you guys."
that kind
He's
of-
like,
it's
"I
not
will give
just
you
a
exactly
thinking.
what you want, and
Yeah.
I will give it to you in a very, very plain way."
Yeah.
That's the best part of Chuck. That's the
Absolutely.
best part of
It's a
Junglee.
bit simple.
Yeah.
When in doubt, because there's so many choices and scripts. If I'm not having fun, if we're not having fun in this kind of film, the audience won't.
True.
So,
Absolutely.
you know, if it's uphill, then how can this be more exciting? How
Yeah.
can this be fun? And the only thing we can do, never bore.
Oh, he likes it simple. You know, he just sees the naturality. What is it?
Natural.
Naturality
Yeah.
of it. Because he likes to see it just simple. This is how it is. You should do it like that.
Yeah.
Don't try and be cool. He doesn't like it. By the way, he doesn't like all this. I promise you this. He looks at me every time and like, "Vidyut, you're looking very good." And I know deep down he's like, "No way, buddy. Keep it simple. Keep it cool. Be clean shaven." He loves all that.
Right.